Your mind isn't what it used to be, right? You forget a few more things. You reread bank statements. You get anxious logging into your accounts. But what if your brain fog wasn't just normal aging? What if it was being caused right now by your financial life? Not by being broke, but by overload. According to the AARP, seniors today face more financial complexity than any generation before. More bills, more scams, more forms, more fine print. And that mental clutter, it's not just stressful, it's damaging your brain. Let's be blunt. Most people over 60 lose 8 to 10% of their cognitive speed every decade. But it's not just about memory. You forget passwords, miss due dates, get scammed by trusted voices, and make poor money choices, often without realizing it. According to a 2024 Mayo Clinic study, cognitive stress from daily financial management is now considered a top non-genetic contributor to early dementia in older adults. Let that sink in. It's not just your cholesterol or sugar, it's your mental to-do list. And every confusing letter, scammy voicemail, or unpredictable expense is draining your brain's battery faster than nature ever intended. The National Institute on Aging found something shocking. Older adults who handle more than 3 financial accounts on their own, checking, savings, credit cards, investments, have 40% higher risk of experiencing confusion, forgetfulness, and delayed decision-making. Not because of money, because of what's called cognitive load. That's the mental strain of juggling too much information at once. And get this, even if you're wealthy, organized or well-educated, your brain still suffers when it's overwhelmed. Simplifying your financial setup doesn't just save time, it literally saves your mind. Practical. Tip 1. The 2-account rule for seniors. As we age, our brains naturally slow down in areas like decision-making and multitasking. That's why financial complexity becomes a hidden threat after 60. Too many accounts, passwords, bank apps, and payment alerts. That's cognitive overload, and it can quietly damage your memory, increase stress hormones like cortisol, and even raise your blood pressure. Enter the 2-account rule. It's simple, science-backed, and surprisingly powerful. You keep just 2 primary bank accounts. 1. A checking account for daily expenses and all automatic bill payments. 2. A savings account labeled in your app as emergency only or do not touch. That's it. No second checking account for your pet. No 3 different savings accounts for different goals. No extra credit union logins. Just 2. This drastically reduces your decision fatigue, the mental energy drain from small, constant choices. Less juggling, less confusion, less chance of missing a payment or making a costly mistake. In fact, a study from the Harvard Behavioral Science Lab found that people with fewer financial accounts made smarter, faster financial decisions and even had lower resting blood pressure. And here's the kicker. The benefits weren't tied to income or education. They came from reducing mental clutter, so if you've got an old account just sitting there, just in case, it's time to close it. Because that old account, it's not just unnecessary, it's quietly exhausting your brain. The 2-account rule doesn't make you less capable, it makes you more focused and protects the sharpness you still have. Practical tip 2, the 15-minute financial detox ritual. Most people over 60 are told to track their spending or budget better, but let's be honest, that's exhausting. What seniors really need isn't budgeting, it's mental relief from money stress. That's where the 15-minute financial detox comes in. Think of it like cleaning your brain's financial inbox. Once a week, just 15 minutes, you sit down and do 4 simple things. 1. Log into your bank or credit card account. 2. Scan every transaction from the past 7 days. 3. Highlight anything that triggers confusion, concern, or emotion, e.g., surprise charges, things you don't recognize, or subscriptions you forgot about. 4. Cancel or turn off whatever you don't need. This includes subscriptions, alerts, or auto-renewals that don't serve you. This isn't about making a budget spreadsheet. It's about giving your brain the clarity it needs to feel safe and in control. The Stanford Center on Longevity found that regular short check-ins with your finances lower anxiety, prevent impulsive decisions, and help protect older adults from cognitive overload and scam vulnerability. And here's an extra bonus. You'll sleep better. Because most late-night brain chatter, did I pay the credit card? What was that charge? Is your brain chasing loose ends? With a weekly detox ritual, those ends are tied up. Your mind is calmer, your decisions are sharper, and your risk of money-related cognitive decline much lower. 15 minutes, once a week. No spreadsheets, no math, just mental peace and protection. Practical tip 3. The scam-proofing phrase to memorize. Phone scams don't start with logic, they start with fear. Someone calls, claims your bank account is compromised, or your Medicare is suspended, or your grandchild is in trouble, and suddenly your brain jumps into panic mode. You feel pressured, confused, and before you know it, you've given them info you shouldn't have. But here's your weapon. I never make decisions over the phone. Repeat it out loud, right now. I never make decisions over the phone. Say it with calm. Say it with authority. The AARP Fraud Watch Network found that seniors who use this exact phrase are 85% less likely to fall for scam calls. Why? Because it interrupts the emotional hijack. Scammers don't want you thinking, they want you reacting. But when you say this phrase, you shift control from your amygdala, your fear center, back to your prefrontal cortex, your logical center. It's like slamming the brakes on a runaway car. You buy time. You pause the script. You instantly signal, I'm not easy prey. Here's the secret most seniors don't know. You don't owe anyone an answer on the phone, not even a polite one. This phrase creates a boundary, and boundaries protect your money, your confidence, and your brain bandwidth. So practice it. Keep it near the phone, because the next scam call, it's coming. And this one sentence could save your entire retirement. I never make decisions over the phone. Memorize it and mean it. Most people are told, stay sharp, do puzzles, read more, play games. But new research from the Journal of Gerontology says the brain doesn't just need stimulation, it needs simplicity. Because complexity, especially around finances, activates your amygdala, the fear center. And when that part of your brain takes over, your decision-making drops. You rely more on gut, and you become more vulnerable. That's why con artists love confusing seniors. They know your brain is overloaded, and they're counting on it. But here's the twist. Simplifying your money life is as powerful as Sudoku. It builds executive function, reduces stress hormones, and boosts mental clarity in just 3 weeks. This one's going to sting. Stop checking your accounts right before bed. It feels smart. Let me just see if that check cleared. But what you're doing is triggering stress, and that messes with your sleep architecture, which is crucial for memory. According to Mayo Clinic sleep research, people who experience anxiety within 90 minutes of bedtime have 50% more nighttime awakenings, 30% lower melatonin output, poorer memory formation the next day. The fix? Use what we call the 3-3-3 rule. Stop checking bank accounts 3 hours before sleep. Review finances no more than 3 times per week. Keep a top 3 checklist of current money priorities on paper. This gives your brain boundaries, and older adults with structured money habits perform 22% better on memory tests, even without supplements or brain games. Coming up soon, we'll reveal a simple jar-based visual technique that helps seniors conserve mental energy and avoid financial overreactions. Used in dementia care with surprising results. Yes, seriously, there's evidence from MIT behavioral research that the red and green color schemes in many bank apps actually increase cortisol and impulsive behavior. We'll break that down and what to do about it in the next video. They tell you to worry about your savings. But what you really need to protect is your mind, and no one's going to do it for you. Simplify your money. Set clear rules. Repeat them. Your brain isn't failing. It's just overbooked. Time to clear some space.